There was a panic that came over me right before recording this. I asked myself, am I doing something to endanger myself? Because the way I feel about this podcast is that it's going to expose the truth about who we are as humans. I'm not sure that everyone actually wants us to know our true power. And I think it's why we went through a lot of the programming that we did. But fuck it. If I do anything in this life, at least I'll share my truth. And I do have full trust that staying on this wavelength means that the things worth fearing cannot actually reach me. Welcome to Unfuck Your Frequency, a manifestation and happiness podcast that helps you create a life full of your desires by exposing manifestation blind spots, dropping some truth bombs no one else seems to be saying, and giving you the raw and real look into the art of creating new realities. Get ready to break through your limitations, master your vibe, and create a life beyond logic. I'm your host, Gigi O'Brien, best-selling author, founder of G Academy, speaker, and the Frequency Matchmaker. Reprogramming my mind-brain interface and using frequency tuning is when life rapidly transformed from mess to magic, and I started to see insane miracles. And now I'm spilling the tea. This podcast will entertain you, expand you, and with each episode, it's my hope that you will become your own expert at manifestation as I debunk the laws of the universe, emotional intelligence, creator consciousness, and the secrets to quantum leaping. Tune in because your happiness is my mission. And in my universe, your dreams are already reality. So thanks for choosing you by joining me here on this podcast. Now let's vibe and manifest your wildest desires, shall we? Let me tell you, I am just done with living on a frequency of fear, distrust, and this whole crisis of truth that has been the last years of watching the world's events unfold. I started to feel like my life, my well-being, and my future were just completely out of my control. And I know that's bullshit because the only thing to fear is fear itself. So it's a hard fucking pass for me. So when I was told to look outward and I was being distracted and, demanding the attention and being in that survival mode, I just decided to look inward. And instead of survive, I'm going to thrive. And so the deep, life-changing, irrevocable, and all-powerful perspective of manifestation came into focus. And if I had to describe manifestation, I think it's the most mystical, comical, intelligent journey of unbecoming and remembering exactly who the fuck we are. And it's the greatest contradiction, and it's the most illuminating conviction of mystery and magic. And if it's nothing, it's definitely unpredictable, challenging, and rewarding. It is liberation, it is divinity, it is peace and suspense and everything in between. And I'm just here to share a bit about my story because I'm just a girl, a goddess, and a warrior. But most of all, I'm a human devoting her life to the magic that is the art of manifestation and sharing that magic with you. I have got my own philosophy on what manifestation is and what it isn't. And I feel pretty safe saying it's going to blow your mind because it has blown mine time and time and time again. And it is fun to reflect and share what I understood, what I didn't, and what I really didn't when I thought I even cracked the code to manifestation. Because it's full of plot twists. And just when you think you understand it, you're just like, oof, I'm going to be schooled. So while you join me on this journey, I just want to say welcome. Take what you need and leave what you don't, because everything just comes down to you and what you vibe with. I'm not here to tell you that this is fact, because to me, beliefs are more important than facts in manifestation. And the proof is in you and the life that you create and live in and see and experience. And of course, I'm going to preach because I'm passionate. And I'm going to swear if you couldn't tell already. But I'm not here to confine you to the boundary of my understanding. I'm here to show you that by opening your mind, opening your heart, and opening your energy, that you can create room for magic in your life. And I'm sure as heaven here to debunk certain concepts and invite you into the frequency of your creator consciousness, because we have been on a program that is very limited. And for me, that's the most important thing. The most limitless thing you can do in the world is tap into your creator consciousness. And I have this saying, life begins where conformity ends. So I just want to share a bit about my journey so that you can feel like you're not alone on yours. And I guess the most appropriate place to start with that is by challenging myself to answer this one question. what the fuck is manifestation? There are so many takes on this now, especially since it's become more of an inverted commas trend. It feels like there's a lot of people on the bandwagon, but no matter who is or isn't, I feel like there's a few things that need to be cleared up so that people are not misled. You can't just give goal setting a fancy new facelift and slap the SEO keywords on it and start saying things like law of attraction is law of action plus law of intention. Because to me, that's just diluting the essence of the principles, and it's sure as shit confusing you with laws that have no business in the board meeting with the universe. It's apples and oranges, and they're completely different paradigms of existence. I'm going to share what I found to be consistent for me over the past decade and a half of manifesting and try to give you the scoop on what keeps it simple. So, if I had to define manifestation, I would just say that manifestation is a matching of frequency, which, when energetically sustained, creates an experienced embodiment in physical reality. So, let's break that down. But most importantly, it's a matching of frequency. To me, that means that your aligned self, your human, who you are, and your soul dream, that energetic existence that's within you, your spirit, and what you want in your soul experience, when they match up in frequency and you hold that alignment long enough, then that becomes your reality. And this is the importance of including those two words in that definition: energetically sustained. And this is, again, why the timelines don't matter, but you have to sustain your energy in the everlasting now. That's what it means to be holding the alignment. So if those two things are not a match, then your desires and dreams are put on hold until they are. And once they are a match, then you get the green light from the universe, they're on dispatch and they're out for delivery. The problem is that I think that the delivery can take some time, and then you disrupt your alignment and it gets put back on hold again until the frequency matches up and that energy of alignment is sustained. So the goal is to act as if your desires are delivered and your desires have been fulfilled. I guess you can tap into your inner Delulu, but most formally, it's known as the law of assumption by Neville Goddard, and I call it as if consciousness. And there's so many layers to it because it has more to do with you as the human than it has to do with the law of manifestations or the laws of the universe. The laws don't change, you do. And here's the thing, you can learn the game, but you still have to coach the player. The game of manifestation is easier than you think. And it's like math, because 2 plus 2 is always going to equal 4. But it's who the player is being that matters most, in my opinion. Manifestation taught me more about myself than anything else in life. It's because of manifestation that I can trust my value and know my worth. Because there's no manifestation without the understanding of God, the universe, source, and divinity in the purest sense of the word. Manifestation is the holy grail of self-mastery. There's no understanding of manifestation, and there's no manifestation itself without the human being. And if you understand the power of that statement, you understand the power that you carry. And I think we should all lean into the gift that is manifestation. Because when people say it is your birthright to be healthy, wealthy, sexy, and satisfied, they mean it because they get it. You are born into a human form as a soul coming here to have the experience of playing in creator consciousness in a capacity that elevates and expands collective consciousness, Mother Earth, our total frequency, and the universe itself. I mean, isn't that indulgent AF? You are not a human in the universe. You're the entire universe in a human. Oh, and you couldn't have manifestation without man or woman or anything you identify as. I think to make things manifest is really just a transmutation of energy into matter. It's matching frequencies, and that can happen in infinite possibilities. God himself gets involved to fill in the blanks in the most magical ways. Together, we take energy as desire and we make it manifest into reality in however way we choose. That is the gift of a God-blessed lifetime. That is the damn miracle of life. And I don't want to use the word damn. So instead of saying God damn, I'm not using those words and calling into that frequency of being damned. I'm calling in that frequency of being blessed. And listen, physicists get it, metaphysicists get it, and we've all heard it. Energy cannot be created nor destroyed, but it can be made manifest into the physical from the non-physical. And we look so often to reality to see possibility, and I dare say even probability, But the most magical thing about manifestation is knowing that reality is just the result. It is the proof of previous imagination and creator consciousness. Possibility is infinite because energy cannot be created nor destroyed, and energy itself is infinite. So it's just changing form. There's something so peaceful and so powerful about exactly what manifestation means for forging one's destiny, but also for connecting to the soul that chose that destiny in the first place. The energy, the Holy Spirit, the divine fabric and essence of who we individually are. And when we start celebrating that uniqueness and diversity of that in all the ways that it takes shape, we realize that we are all equal. Manifestation is equal. No one person is greater than another person. They just potentially haven't learned the capacity of their greatness. So no matter how segregated we currently feel, we're all just on a journey of remembering that we're all fucking powerful. And that inherent power is limitless. Manifestation, I've found, is a journey of unlearning limitation and being a servant and that vibe that I no longer align with to becoming a master of oneself and one's soul. It's taking full control. It's being the creator. Its life is happening from me, through me, and as me vibe. It's a leaping beyond the victim into the accountability and ownership of one's story and scripting it however the fuck we want. We are human. And I think we need to remember what that means. Hugh literally means God in man, human. I've never been one to get religious because I never trusted my understanding of God until recently when I had this come to Jesus moment and an existential inquisition, which is a whole other episode in and of itself. And that will be juicy, mark my words. So if you're not following this podcast, you're going to want to click on that follow button because the stuff that is going to be coming is lit. But for now, just know this. God became man so man could be God. That is the most selfless, beautiful. I put my hand on my chest and I wanted to have a tear run down my cheek in slow motion for dramatic effect because literally God became man so we could become God and we could have the experience of God. And this is something that is not a philosophy I created, but I live by because of the resonance of truth that vibrated through me once I was exposed to this knowledge. It was like I resonated and vibed with it so hard, and that vibe led me into a deeper understanding. And I don't even want to say analytical understanding. It was just a remembering and a knowing. Have you ever come across information and you're like, ooh, I just trust that. I know that that's true. And I know I don't yet have it all figured out, and that God and everything else is a whole adventure in and of itself, and we're all going to have different takes on that. But I've never felt more curious and simultaneously content as I explore that knowledge. And I'm never going to stop learning because I'm obsessed with manifestation, frequency, our limitless potential, and infinite intelligence. And what I can promise you is this, is that the more truth I resonate with, the more I'll be sharing with you. And we're all connected, and my liberty is your liberation. And manifestation is not just infinite possibilities, it's new realities here and now because you understand the concept of decision, knowing, and allowing it to be. It's why the affirmation, and so it is so powerful. It's saying no to this separation and fighting and saying no to comparison and competition in ways that divide us and disempower us and leaving us feeling defeated because that's not a damn vibe. And I'm here to be, I'm vibing with all the blessed divinity that there is. Manifestation is God, and it's the God that looks over all of us with light, love, peace, and joy. It is source. It is all of creation, and it is you. It is you. It's me and it's you, and we all have it. Who you have been is not nearly as important as who you can be. You are one frequency away. If you feel trapped, frequency is freedom. If you feel stuck, frequency is movement. If you feel small, frequency is expansion. You are one frequency away from everything you desire, and your desire is your destiny. We are stronger together than we are apart. And if you're anything like me, there's this craving for soul-aligned community. And the idea of unity is so much more delicious than the devastation of division. Manifestation is not a skill. It's a lifestyle. It is surrender, faith, trust, and belief. It is letting go and letting God. It is kneeling in your come to Jesus moment in your worst rock bottom fucking time of your life and finding faith. It is a hand up, and it's the crack that breaks the glass ceiling that has been hovering over our head, limiting us for decades. Manifestation is so much more than the law of attraction, and it is certainly so much more than wanting and having desires and popping pictures on a vision board. Yes, thoughts become things, but we can also become over analytical, and then we're in this analysis paralysis. You feel me? I know we've been there. And it is, to a degree, you achieve what you believe, but then there's the achievement and the obsession with our achievements and allowing our achievements to be a definition and a reflection of our worthiness. And that is not what manifestation is. We are born worthy already. My favorite is your words are your wand. And that is my favorite because once we change our story through our verbiage, and we use words to think, we use words to speak, we use words for everything when it comes to our understanding and the way we perceive life. But when we can change our words, we change our story and the screen changes. We change the script, we change the screen. Manifestation is the deepest sense of mirror work, shadow work, and using the illumination of our physical world, that mirror, as a reflection of ourselves, and being so grateful, so damn grateful to understand how to analyze it in order to become a match to everything we're destined to be, do, and have. And it's like this acceptance of the angels and demons alike, and navigating that polarity of life and who we get to be while living it. I'm so excited for all that's coming because this is a movement in the making. And when you claim it and say, fuck playing small, you are going to be a manifester in a way that's just divinity expressing itself through you. My God, my hand is on my heart. And I'm in awe of how I chose to answer this question because I started this podcast with one goal and one goal only. And that was for you to feel like it was worth your time and that it was beneficial to your energy. And most importantly, that it was a gateway to grabbing hold of your destiny. My desire in this first ever episode was to explain what manifestation was. But what I did instead, and with beautiful unintentionality, is I poured out from my soul what manifestation meant for me. And in the process, I think I fell even more in love with this movement, this lifestyle, this choice, this power, this calm, this clarity. And I hope that that helps you feel a bit more encouraged and indulgent and curious to be on this journey with me. Because I don't think I even fully got started on explaining what it is. But stick with me and we'll be debunking all the things that it is and is not, and why frequency is literally at the core of everything in your life. I'm literally smiling ear to ear. And this is the joy that I want to be infectious as you jump into your creator consciousness and awaken the manifestor within. This is the miracle, to feel this happy, to feel overflowing in love while being so at peace and so empowered. And we are just getting started. God, I can already tell it's going to be wild. It's going to be wild. If you feel called to, just follow this podcast, leave a review, make some suggestions, and ask any question that your heart desires. Thank you so much for vibing with me. And my God, has it been a vibe and a half. And that's a wrap, the end of the first ever episode. With love, light, and a whole lot of gratitude, I am going to just remind you, frequency is freedom, and say, stay magnetic, happy manifesting. From my heart to yours, I'm Gigi, the frequency matchmaker, and I can't wait for the next episode to vibe with you. If you've enjoyed this episode, make sure to check out the show notes with links to all the resources in my universe, any upcoming masterclasses, and where you can connect with me on all the other social channels. Let's vibe together and let's transform your life so that you can start living your dreams. Thanks so much for joining me. This has been a beautiful episode of Unfuck Your Frequency, the go-to manifestation and happiness podcast.